All right, we are back on go live once again. We have one general civil matter at 11 and a landlord tenant matter 11:15. Hopefully that will get us to the finish line. I have my Monday cases all prepared. And the sun is coming out. And all is right. The defendant's attorney is here for our 11 o'clock. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Well, I'm close to the finish line here. I've got your case and one more.
Our case will be easy and settled. Just don't know if the consent judgment had been filed yet.
It hasn't reached me. If it has, I thought that might be the case. You've got a couple cases on Monday too, and I think probably we'll get some of those resolved too. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Beautiful day in Centerville. I don't know where you guys are, but hopefully it's a good day there. This matter was set for 11 and it's 10:59. Title of the case is LVNV Funding LLC versus Sean Merrill. File number is 266-823-GC. It's a claim for $3,352.12 plus cost, interest, and attorney fees. The plaintiff is represented by attorney Preston Nate of Stenger and Stenger, and James Sayeg is here on behalf of the defendant. Motion for summary disposition has been filed, scheduled for hearing this morning. Attorney Sayeg is advised that the matter has been resolved and there's a consent on the way. Who wants to give me the terms?
Yeah, I can do that. And I just wanted to confirm, what case number did you have for Mr. Merrill?
I have 26823 GC.
Okay, that's what I thought. the balances you referenced were a little bit more than I had, but yeah, we did have this resolved as a consent judgment. The total judgment really was only $1,510.44. That included the court costs. But the terms are the plaintiff will satisfy that judgment once the defendant pays $1,000 at a payment rate of $35 a month starting August 20th, 2026. And then looks like it jumps up to $43 a month starting December 20th, 2026, until the rest of that is paid in full.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And we did get that signed. Looks like that was mailed from our office maybe a week ago, so you should be seeing that come across your desk for entry hopefully anytime.
Very good. Thank you for logging in and advising me of the premises. Yeah, the amount I gave you was the amount pled. So perhaps some payments have been made or some consideration is made. All right, I'll await the consent. I'll tickle this. 10 days to await consent judgment. All right, gentlemen, you can get on with your day. Thank you. That was pretty straightforward. I appreciate the work you did on that. I'll see you both again. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you,
James.
Your Honor. Thanks, Preston. Nice weekend.
All right, we're in good shape here. We have one matter left. Mr. Cordell Jones is in the waiting room. As we've discussed here, Mr. Jones is one of the few attorneys in our area that still has a P number that starts with 1. I think they're up in the mid 8s right now.
Filed an appearance for the Larsons.
She was here last time. Rhonda Stowers.
Yeah,
Okay, very good.
that's the email. I don't know if you need that too. Can I take these?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Holy crap.
Good morning, sir. You're logged in as Zoom user. What's your name?
It's Greg Lafferty. I'm sorry. I just updated the app.
Okay. All right, you're in the right place. You're a little early. I'm gonna put you in the waiting room. Mr. Cordell Jones is also present. Good morning, Mr. Jones.
Good morning.
I'll put you in the waiting room also. As soon as everybody else shows up, I'll bring you back. We got 10 minutes till showtime. 7 minutes. When Ms. Stowers logs in, we'll bring them back. Start the record. World's most boringest live stream. Hopefully, we can resolve this before lunch. Sky is getting a little brighter. It's not windy. It'll be a nice afternoon. Last time, I think we actually had people here in the courtroom. Um, I'll bring them in about a minute. cleaning things up here. All right, let's bring them in. Everybody is here. Record is still on, live stream is still on, and ready to transact business. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is a return to the matter of Ronnie and Judy Harmon Family Trust versus Greg Lafferty. The file number is 261240SP. This is a land contract possession after forfeiture matter. Cordell Jones represents the plaintiff, Mr. and Mrs. Harmon, and their trust. Greg Lafferty is present by Zoom, as is Mr. Jones. Also, attorney Rhonda Stowers is here on behalf of some intervening parties, the Larsons, Jonathan and Jessica Larson. Can't read my writing. I think it's Jessica.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, she's actually filed an appearance on their behalf and is here today. This is a land contract foreclosure action. We had a previous hearing on July 21st. We adjourned the matter until today. We learned that it is alleged that Mr. Lafferty sold the property to the Larsons, and they indicate they paid full price, lump sum, I think, and they've been unable to get title. So here we are. We did adjourn this for several weeks to give the parties an attempt to discuss it further and set it for a larger block of time. Mr. Jones, I'll defer to you. What's the status here today?
Well, the status is we're here today to try and get a judgment on this land contract forfeiture action. We filed with the court today a copy of the payment schedule showing the balance due on the contract, and we provide that to all the parties that are here. They have some problems that they have to take care of, but that doesn't involve us. I think that if we were to get a judgment today, they'd have 90 days to still work those out, and then maybe they'd get the money and pay us, or we'd have the property at that time.
All right, Ms. Stowers, what's your position?
Thank you, Your Honor. Rhonda Stowers on behalf of the Larsons. We did file a motion to intervene this morning in an attempt to try to resolve some of these issues. As the court knows, it allowed adjournment to allow us to try to exchange records. Records were exchanged in that we got the payment log from the Harmon Trust. I supplied the agent file for our closing to both Mr. Lafferty and the Harmon Trust. The issue that we have, at least on behalf of the Larsons, Your Honor, is that Mr. Lafferty was unable to obtain the necessary records from his bank. He's experiencing some pushback on them, and they're wanting specific numbers of checks and things that he simply doesn't have due to his situation that his wife was handling this. She passed away, and he is lacking information in that respect. I've asked in my motion to intervene that the court allow one additional adjournment so that we can subpoena the bank to get those records, to confirm payments that were made, payments that weren't made, so that we have a way of resolving this. If the court enters a foreclosure today, the concern that my clients have is I will no longer have an active action in which to file a subpoena for that information, and we will never be able to obtain that information.
Without filing a separate action against Mr. Lafferty.
And the Harmon Trust, quite frankly, yes. We would have to pull everybody in.
A concern I have is there may be some criminal fraud here, that he's selling property he doesn't have title to. And the Larsons contend that they paid a large sum of money at a closing. Mr. Lafferty is unable to provide title because he doesn't own the property. He has a land contract for it. And that could be something known as larceny by false pretenses or other sort of fraud. So that is lurking in the background. Mr. Jones, I understand you wish to get a judgment, and in a practical terms, the defendant has 90 days to redeem it. They paid less than 50% of the purchase price. And that would give 90 days for the parties to continue to try to work out something. The concern for the Larsons, obviously, they gave Mr. Lafferty $109,000 or something, and so far they got nothing for their money. And he's selling them something that he doesn't own. I guess the Larsons paid $225,000. I don't know where that money went, but it didn't go to the Harmon Trust. But Ms. Dower's request, I will grant her motion to intervene. Ms. Stowers, what are you looking for from his bank records? What happened to the $225,000?
That would be nice to know, Your Honor, but really my concern right now is confirming what checks were issued to the Harmons so that I can confirm that their payoff log is accurate so that we then know the precise amount that is owed and then can move forward with the resolution at that point.
And then what's the plan?
The plan from our perspective, Your Honor, is to talk to the title carrier and to talk to Mr. Lafferty. And if he doesn't pay, obviously my clients need to protect their interest. And then there will probably be a pursuit of Mr. Lafferty to the extent that there were not payments made. But again, I don't have the ability to do that without that information from the bank. That's pretty critical.
All right, well, how much he owes the Harmons doesn't really appear to be your client's problem. They paid him $225,000 and he's unable to provide the title. How much he owes the Harmons is between him and the Harmons, the way I see it. So I'm not exactly sure why you need that information to continue to represent your client's interests.
It's because, Your Honor, that my clients would be willing, I assume, and again, I'd have to talk to my carrier, but my expectation is my clients would be redeeming on behalf of Mr. Lafferty in order to protect their home.
Yeah,
They would need to make that payment to prevent their home from being basically repoed by the Harmon Trust, at which point they would need to, they don't want to overpay and then pursue Mr. Lafferty for an amount where he says, hey, I paid that to them and it wasn't that much owed. And then we're back dealing with the Harmon Trust again. I think it's a lot smoother to just get this all resolved on the front end. And that way we know that what we're paying the Harmon Trust, if it comes to that, or what Mr. Lafferty's paying the Harmon Trust, if it comes to that, is the amount owed, so that then we know what the different parties' respective, basically, liability is, for lack of a better term.
All right. So your client would be willing to continue to attempt to redeem the land contract and then pursue Mr. Lafferty if it's not paid. But at some point, somebody's got to pay off the Harmons so they can provide a deed to Mr. Lafferty, so Mr. Lafferty can provide a deed to your clients.
That's correct.
Your Honor, may I say something or no?
Yes.
So I had a conversation with Mr. Jones this morning, as well as Ms. Stowers. To simplify this, I want this paid off and done, okay? And we are sitting where we're at now because of a lack of communication with Judy and I. Now, I tried to get it resolved before we came to this, but, Mr. Jones informed me of some things that I was not privy to, as far as the 90-day thing and so forth and so on. My goal is to have this paid off in less than 90 days, because I want this done and over with like I wanted it done and over with a long time ago. There was nothing criminal done here. Everything was done with lawyers and through a title agency and stuff like that. I just want it paid off, and I want to know what I'm paying off. That's what the concern has been for a long time. Or the amount I'm paying off, not what I'm paying off, sorry.
Well, my question is, where's the $225,000? Don't answer that, because there could be criminal fraud here. If you took that $225,000 and went on a round the world trip, if it's sitting somewhere in escrow, sir, we're in a court proceeding. I'm asking you not to.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's bad
Pretend
habit.
like you're in the court here.
Yep, I apologize.
So, tell me again, Ms. Stowers, when was the closing that your clients purchased the house?
1 second, Your Honor, I have to pull that back up.
I believe it was June 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, 6/7 of 2024. At least that's what my file stated.
That leans toward the fraud side. He's had their money for 2 years and hasn't remitted it to the Harmons. So the Harmons have, and then no one's making the payment, so the Harmons are pursuing this foreclosure. I'm very interested to know what happened to $225,000 for 2 years. But your point is that your clients may be willing to redeem the contract to save their house. I guess the Harmons don't care who pays it, as long as somebody pays it. Then you've got an issue with Mr. Lafferty. But I am seriously concerned about the fraud aspect of this. So, Mr. Jones, the world isn't going to come to an end if we adjourn this, but maybe that will also answer the question of where that money went. I had blocked out 45 minutes for this because it was more than just a simple matter to address. Mr. and Mrs. Harmon, I guess for your purposes, the good news is that the Larsons may be willing to try to redeem this, which would get you made whole. But for the Larsons, they're double paying for a property, and they're left having to sue Mr. Lafferty for the money they've paid, which may or may not be somewhere. All right, let's see where we're going to put this. I'd hope maybe to resolve this today, but I understand her point. And my position is that that's not her problem. She says it may be my problem if we're the ones that are going to pay it off. So
We don't have a contract. Mr. Lafferty indicated he'd be able to pay this off in 90 days, so I don't see a reason not to enter the judgment, Your Honor.
say that again, Mr. Jones.
Mr. Lafferty in his comment indicated that he could pay this off within the 90 days. So I don't see any reason not to take a judgment this time, so we don't have to come back and do this again.
This is the same guy that's held on to this money for 2 years and not transferred it. So I'm not sure I'm gonna take him at his word that he's gonna pay the money within 90 days. Um, It's easy to say it. If he had the money, he should be able to pay it tomorrow, not 90 days from now. But I certainly see your point, but the world's not gonna come to an end if I adjourn this for 2 weeks. I'm gonna adjourn it to Friday, August 28th at 11 o'clock. Hopefully that's enough time to get these records.
Can you
Your
repeat
Honor,
that, Your
under
Honor?
the, sorry, Mr. Lafferty. Under the court rules,
I'm
Your Honor,
sorry.
I have to give 14 days notice on a subpoena to produce records. I don't know that the bank's going to get back to me. Even if I issue the subpoena today and serve it, I'm not going to have the records by 2 weeks.
Well, that mitigates toward me just granting the judgment, but I'll swallow the whole pill here. Friday, September 11th at 11 a.m.
At 11 a.m., Your Honor?
Yes, we'll block out 1 hour.
Friday, September 11th. 11 a.m.
Now, Ms. Stowers has Mr. Jones's payment logs, so she can see what they show as having been paid. Those logs end on 8/26. Well, let me see, the last payment was made July of 25. Apparently no payment has been made since August of 2025. Well, wait a minute, there was a $1,000 payment in
Sure.
January of 26.
25.
That check bounced though.
Oh, it bounced.
Oh, the check bounced, okay.
Yes,
So it
It
did
did.
come in as zero. So no payment has been made in a year.
He serves.
That's after Mr. Lafferty received the $225,000 from the Larsons. The more I look at this, the more it looks like fraud. But I'm not sure what you're gonna find from his bank records, but you may inadvertently find out where the money went. So I'm gonna adjourn this. Mr. Harmon, it delays your judgment by about 28 days. And for that, I'm sorry. But if the defendant, or excuse me, if the Larsons are gonna pay it, they wanna make sure they've got an accurate figure. Now, Mr. Lafferty's can put up or shut up, he should have $225,000 to apply to this. Maybe the whole thing can be resolved. At any rate, somewhat reluctantly, I'm going to continue this matter for 28 days to September 11th at 11 o'clock. We'll block out the whole hour. Then we'll have an agreed upon number of what should go in the foreclosure order, forfeiture order. And the date would be 90 days from that date, from September 11th, rather than 90 days from today. All right, I'm sorry if everybody didn't get what they want, but that's, I think is maybe a little closer to the finish line. Mr. Lafferty, you can, in the meantime, pursue paying off the Harmons, getting a title that you can transfer to the Larsons and make everybody happy.
Correct.
All right. If not, you may have a visit from the Michigan State Police, but we'll see where this goes. All right, thank you all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that was boring too, watching me reconcile my file. We'll close the live stream, close the day, close the week. Everybody, have a good